You went to IMF and told IMF, say, that IMF deal, no, almost for your energy sector, electricity, no, who are you complaining to? Want your Mahama to solve all problems in a day? And this is the kind of parliament we have. The foolishness and the bona fide foolishness, no? That bona fide foolishness that people think that they are entitled to. The bona fide foolishness of Afenyo-Markin. That bona fide foolishness, no? He thinks he's entitled to, no? That is causing this problem. Such a dirty rat. He does not respect anybody because MPP for so much Jimmy. Because they can't read and write. They can't minister say, Omacho artist asemono. Now man for the brain complaining about meters a wo mufi. Or say, Omo bia hwehwemu a omo yes ahwehwemu mu. Wama ECG for 7 days pe. Say, Omo hwehwe nsem na after 7 days no, Omo mbra me kire ma de kodi enti nipa bebre complaining say, Omo to eye den prepaid a. Endi na watwe. Na watwe ba ko ana indam yenu miensa. Prepaid na imbre bi omo to a. Na se bi o eche kakra ntisi ade oto ya hwem. Enti o se eba saa na hwehwemu ni ba. No mo se sebio enye ade a sebio na eye boapayo ana eye deliberate every ECG ana eye den aban no ha se e wo se aban no kra epata ni pa bi e wo musika bi o mahwe a aban no e be make sure say sika bi o so mo de pata no me pata. Now the question is on say asem sia de bia na ebusa say asem no aya na ye hwe ne bobre. Let's basically look at the issue and analyze where it might and I say where it actually started from. I'm not going to sit here and blame anybody, but I'm going to sit here and be factual about what is happening today, because today's happenings might be the actions or inactions of some people in the past. When people in government today come out and say they are trying everything possible to solve the problem, now NPP omoko opposition less than a year, ejina touchline, ejina parliament, ATM, yedede, catch a Ghana for say yina Jimmy. Now abino ena sebio obu Ghana for, then it makes you start to ask yourself, say, problem we crampono if we sit to analyze her. Problem not every. Now let me show you something. Team, stay with me. Now, this is September 2nd, 2024. We are Dubik Mahama na on a ECG boss and the Kufuado ne Bawumia. Okay, say ECG to replace 250,000 meters in Accra and Eastern region. Now, what actually caused that? Ediana Emma 2024, NPP are buying a decided say, or be replacing about almost 250,000 meters. That was close to elections. September, October, November. Now about 3 to 4 months. What was the cause of that? At a point, Dubik Mahama, now Oya ECG boss under MPP, or say, new smart meters are not cheating you, but reflecting your lifestyle in terms of power consumption. Under MPP, Kwasiafoya and the original parliament, ADD atem, Eka Ghana for Jimmy, na NDC for Buyano, under their leadership, Tamano more power na, Ghana for Kasadabi, Mitana, a Wohosiano, Mitano, a Ria Sigarodo, Mitano, a Rani Fastrodo, Dubik Mahama, na Oya ECG boss under Bawumia Kufuado. Okacha say, a su any a buying and Emma Yakaniano, Sebio Yatomita, Yatolite to go a meter swani, Yamitano, Yakaniano Esh. This is on record. Data show, and I'm a butcher on the same September, and okay, the same assembly. Yabusa ECG for the Kufuado and Afenyo-Markin and the MPP say 2024. Yato Mumita Fufura Mudia Bay, Yankanian Yato Penashum, Yato Anashum, Adentina Yato Anashum, Dubik Mahama no ya ECG boss and the Kufuado, Bawumia Katre say. New smart meters or meters for no Modia Ban. Around September, October, during election time, or say, new smart meters are not cheating you, but reflecting your lifestyle in terms of power consumption. And people say, yes, subani any lifestyle be nanse ya fatu ya honso. And then ema ya tokania na kania no ide ashe. Now post to kan now Dubik Mahama so kind of any mamembo netie. Send a beya ya kasawa ha ubebu sa MPP for yan kwasiafo.
Off basis points were not there. Decimal points that were off were not that much. Again, before I even explain, with the new meters that we have, they are off by 0.05. It's very, very accurate. So maybe you might get away with just charging a phone, but every single thing you consume in your house is going to relate. We should be talking about energy conservation rather now than ever, because that's the only way that you pay less. Because what is actually happening now is that with these new smart meters, every single thing you are doing is showing very well as to your true lifestyle and your true consumption. And then on the other side, tariffs have also increased. So it's not that ECG intentionally has put the meter out there to try to fleece its customers. Off basis points.
What you smart, you big Mahama kind under MPP. Okay, I'm say, our lifestyle no new meters na mu complain say every musika no mo light ne question or say mo lifestyle. Mo life be ende mu lead Ghana under MPP. And these same foolish people are sitting in Parliament telling Ghana for say, oh, meter no every kanya do. Na NDC for na cause the problem no. Ye busa omo time no. Omo ka say ye suban ye pray my life no. Ye so na akoto fridge. Ye so na akoto blender. Ye so na akoto heater. Ye so na akoto kettle. Omo ka say your lifestyle and ama new meters no air consuming. Remember, this guy Afenyo-Markin na oye that time no na oni na ye den na oni na ye board chair of ECG. Afenyo-Markin ogina parliament na oppose abuo bi no. And the original say abino people are complaining. MPP for the more Ghana for the be the more your politics. Omo say mo mu bi mo Jimmy. Time do big Mahama catch say your lifestyle and ama ye prepaid near tomita na light na asano. Na Afenyo-Markin on na board chair of ECG. Did he talk? No. Did he complain? No. Did he come to tell us say it was the fault of their government? No. They sat back and they never listened to anybody. Now someone say why say close to election a government will change over 300,000 meters. The question here is, what is causing this? Do you know what is causing this problem? There are two things here. The first one, this is the first thing. The first thing is that IMF deal no more almost electricity tariff hikes, tax reforms, key condition in securing program. MPP for IMF no, nyoma mienu enom de call here. IMF ka say, somebody nyoma mienu we good table so there. Sa IMF 3 billion edbe mamo. One na electricity I will say tum bosomi miensa bia. MPP for Echo IMF no. Ade am go table so ma IMF for EG sa IMF program ni tum no eni. We April 2023. Ofurata beka kire say nyoma mienu a eye tintiman a IMF for ehwe so e de sa loan na maye no. Another say IMF sika na maye no. Nyoma mienu. Den ye tax reform any den ye electricity bill ye betum bosom miensa bia. We are still in the IMF program. I am praying, say, way by the time we exit this program completely, no, we will see light bills, no, ever from kakra. I know it is not going to be easy, but in some way, now it should be a problem if we are. We are asking the MPP, say, during your time, we are asking Afenyo-Markin, you were the board chair of ECG. You people told us, you admitted that the prepaid meters were taking a lot of light and money. Now, why are you today telling us to say, after you went to IMF and just gave them our electricity? Because right now, no, baby, no, I was making sure say it is not the fault of the government. In fact, so calculate a way is trying everything possible to subsidize lights, no, and one sense. It is an common bar. I am maintenance in Yankway Kakra. Near Musa was a day bedruha. I then are buying the electricity. Echo share I am a fonsa, said 3 months be or see a tomb. Now, a day and a bino at a point, Ed requesting over 300,000 meters. Begu system nim meter we use meter we use. You don't know. Some meters now NPP they buy meter we meter crow. Me per se obi beka cham say NDC buy oma procure meter 100 billion and oma spreading meter around the nation. Majority of the places are complaining about a light way and your meters no. I am sure say those places are MPP for eco spreaders are meters over 300,000 Ghana edema sankofono. And those meters normally be na you'll be contractor or they ba abeji sika before elections end. And we need to take a step back, investigate those meters, and look at the quality of meters. MPP for the latter part of MPP free power. No, where did they get all those meters from? Who were the suppliers? Afenyo-Markin was the board chair. Near Tiha and forensic audit. Ebetre say, Dubik Mahama, Afenyo-Markin as the board chair. They duped Ghana billions of cedis. Today, we are all facing the consequences. But if we are going to be realistic, let's take a step back and ask ourselves, say, 200 to 300,000 meters nearby, and he normal cost supply, why no a GB? Are you one of the beneficiaries? Are you using some of the new meters? Some meters normally by a new we use now, or you are using the old ones? Because at a point, 2 to 3 months to elections, they brought in over 300,000 meters. And here one. We are talking about IMF program where, yes, Shema, we are supposed to release money every 3 months to make sure IMF can. So there are so many ways, branches in the dorsum. And that does not mean to say, I am going to say, this government was brought in to do what? was brought in to do what? To come and solve problems. And anything I understand say they have to look at it critically. Investigations needs to be open for us to get to the bottom of this matter, because it cannot be said suddenly. Meters now you're complaining from 2024. No, Ari and I quiet, and sorry. It means there's something wrong. So let's get serious as a nation. Let's get serious as a people. Yet now, Mahamudu Bawumia or your MPP flag bearer. At a point, on one campaign, Catch Ghana for, he was complaining about electricity in Ghana. Mahamudu Bawumia, at a point, now all complaining about electricity in Ghana. I didn't tell Bawumia complaining about electricity because he knew. Say a bina yadisha omunsa say omundi Ghana so no. They basically turned Ghana into a cash cow. They made money. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me the video. Mr. S, Mr. P, get me the Bawumia video and let me show the people. Me can't say to be so. This is Mahamudu Bawumia complaining about electricity.
The percentage electricity ne boɔ ɛba fam wɔ Ghana. The percentage electricity ne boɔ ɛba fam. And then Ghana electricity boɔ no wɔ soro because yɛ kra oil ɛne gas ɛde produce electricity. Oil ne gas no so ne boɔ no ɛkɔ soro a na ɛkɔ soro. The percent this is the generation mix. Move away from oil and gas to solar power.
This is Bawumia 2024. The campaign message, no. Or percent or take kania soba form. Oh, that means na kania no also that. Yakoka is a dubik say lifestyle. And yet Ghana hama MPP form kwasia 4 way ye de day. Malam Bawumia trofo enso nam. Eke kan kwasia. This is the reality. And this government is trying to solve every single problem. Sebio in Kwasiafowe Ekreti. Afenyo-Markin today is standing in Parliament screaming. Afenyo-Markin was the board chair. Team, get me Afenyo-Markin's statement in Parliament today. Afenyo-Markin Kwasiampenyi way, Wudini way. Afenyo-Markin Kwasiampe on this Samira a Wudifo way. He was standing in Parliament screaming about electricity and their increment. Afenyo-Markin Kwasiawe at Ghana. We have allowed this fool, not an ECG board chair. Mumbusan say, as ECG board chair, those times, what did he do about the lights? Today, such an idiot. Jimmy Nisano, today he's screaming in Parliament. He's telling the finance minister, there is electricity there and there, the electricity there. And the Mumbusan say, when he was the board chair of ECG, what happened? Team, Muntia Kwasiampenyi, this is Afenyo-Markin. Kwasiampenyi. Let me show you the evidence. No, your ECG board chair and original Parliament.
Even when you come to the recruitment, it's a complete scam. And I'll explain to you, the recruitment into police, immigration, prison, you are now even telling the youth that they should go and the youth who are already unemployed, they are borrowing. Marco, finance minister, what is that? Marco for a whole month today. You buy 2,000 for 1 week and so on.
This is the foolishness you have been entertaining in Ghana. What's the principle about what he's doing? Well, Jimmy, but he's the person who basically caused this shit. Inti Ghana for no, you must say Jimmy for ya, entertaining Jimmy for ya. He's standing in Parliament screaming. But at the end of the day, he was a board chair of ECG. The ECG boss told us your lifestyle nama ECG light costro. His own flag bearer, the foolish idiot, told us that he knows light bills are up.
The electricity.
This is Bawumia in 2024. Now Afenyo-Markin a majority leader. Now or your board chair of ECG. Kwasia. Or to see Parliament Jimmy no sa. Now with Jimmy and people because majority are just idiots. They can't read, they can't write, they are the foolish masses. A Jimmy for party. So every fool in Ghana, now you don't know the MPP. The question to ask this idiot is that, but you were in power a year ago. People were complaining. Your ECG boss told us it was our lifestyle. Your own flag bearer, that Mumu, told us that he knows light bills are up. Why are you today screaming? You were the same people who put Ghana's lifeline, energy lifeline. You put it on paper and gave it to IMF. You went to IMF and told IMF, say, IMF deal, no, for your energy sector, electricity, no, who are you complaining to? You want your Mahama to solve all problems in a day? And this is the kind of parliament we have. The foolishness and the bona fide foolishness, no? That bona fide foolishness that people think that they are entitled to. The bona fide foolishness of Afenyo-Markin, that bona fide foolishness, no, he thinks he's entitled to know. That is causing this problem. Such a dirty rat. Jimmy 4, he does not respect anybody because MPP for so much Jimmy. Because they can't read and write. They can't go back and think. They can't research. They are affiliated to the party because of their foolish tribe and foolishness. We are building a nation. We are looking at problems one after the other. We are basically finding solutions to problems. Problems that were caused by animals like you. A fool like you told us, said, May, you were going to bring Oforiata to Ghana. Kwasi ampenyi. Utinu kakaure regional parliament. Bona fide, mukwi. Mukwi like you. Jimmy 4, you and Samira Bawumia would do 4. You foolish people, you think we have forgotten the nonsense you do in Ghana? And we sit in Ghana and we entertain this stupidity. All because Parliament na full. Jimmy Nibia to minya Parliament. So anybody enters Parliament and thinks that's the place that they can exhibit the highest form of Mukwism and their bona fidism and their Bangladesh foolishness. Come and tell us things. Come and tell us wisdom. People are saving the nation. They caused the problem. They have become this stupid. They have destroyed the nation today. They are screaming like pigs. And that we should all keep quiet and look at their foolishness because Obeka so be atem because Obeka so we Jimmy. Na penyini Jimmy a Jimmy. This is where the problem is coming from. Now we need to investigate the 300,000 meters that Mudibegu Ghana. No, I remember I spoke on this matter. They were paying the money into some company's account under MPP. Time Mahamudu Prepaid whereby I did a story on it. Mr. P, pull it out for me. Bawumia and Napo, they were involved in this meter scandal. They brought in some meters at the latter part of 2024. I sat here and told Ghana for Mahamudu Bawumia was involved in that scandal. He and Napo Omukofa some meters by Ghana. It came out that people were paying money to a company that was receiving a prepaid money directly into their account. We need to focus and build